When a signal is moving in the body, it is received by dendrites. The signal is received by these short tree-like structures and then processed to move to the opposing end of the neuron. The signal will make its way to the cell body where the nucleus is located and be synthesized for further movement. Once synthesized, the chemical messengers called neurotransmitters are grouped together into vesicles. These vesicles continue to move to the end of the axon and into the synaptic cleft. The buildup of these vesicles eventually causes an action potential in which the outside of the presynaptic cell is negative compared to the inside, which is positive. During this process called depolarization, the vesicles will fuse to the membrane. This fusion causes the vesicles to break open and allows the neurotransmitters to be released into the synaptic cleft. The neurotransmitters will cross over the cleft and enter into the dendrites of the postsynaptic cell. Here you see the graph for the membrane potential. 1 is the resting state, which is negative 70 millivolts. 2 represents depolarization. A stimulus opens sodium channels that releases sodium, and the cell becomes more positive. 3 shows the rising action potential. 4 represents the sodium channels becoming closed and most potassium channels opening. The cell repolarizes and becomes negative after the response has occurred. In 5, the cell overshoots the amount of potassium ions it lets in, and the membrane potential goes under the resting level. Eventually, the membrane returns to its resting state and is ready for use once again. Botulinum toxin is a neurotoxic protein that stops the transfer of electrical signals in the body by preventing the release of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter. The inhibition of acetylcholine release by the endings of neuromuscular junctions stops the transfer of signals in the body's muscles and leads to paralysis. Botulinum toxin spread through food, water, or soil is the most acutely lethal toxin known, and there are 8 types of Botox, type A through H. Type C through H can cause botulism in animals and humans. Symptoms of botulism include weakness, blurred vision, and trouble speaking. Types A and B have become extremely useful in the medical and cosmetic industries. When Botox is injected into a muscle and acetylcholine is inhibited, paralysis causes the overlying skin to appear smooth and wrinkleless. Additionally, Botox has been used to treat migraines by relaxing the contracted muscles and blood vessels in the brain.